Hi there, business owner. Do you want a better understanding of business finance, what your numbers actually mean, and stories of the highs and lows of business, where I'll be sharing my tips and tricks every week? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to the 3Bs podcast with Stephanie. Hello, welcome back to another week of the 3Bs podcast with Stephanie. May the 4th be with you. Today, we're going to take a look at bookkeeping and accountancy in the Star Wars universe in honour of Star Wars Day. I've never seen them, but my family are obsessed. So do correct me if any of my information is incorrect, but I thought I would link bookkeeping and accountancy tips with the Star Wars universe, considering it's May the 4th. Let me know what you think. I'd love your feedback. In a galaxy far, far away, even the most successful smugglers and Jedi Knights need to keep a track of their finances. After all, it's not easy to fund a rebellion against the evil empire or navigate the treacherous world of intergalactic trade without proper bookkeeping. Now, I'm not saying break the law here. If you're a successful smuggler, please stay within UK government guidelines and laws, and Jedi Knights too. Is it now obvious that I haven't seen any of the Star Wars films? If you're listening to this and you've seen them, then let me know what order to watch them in, because I find it ever so confusing and I don't really know where to start. So, what does accounting look like in the Star Wars universe? Well, we can start by looking at the characters of Lando Calrissian. I apologise if I've pronounced that incorrectly. A suave smuggler-turned-administrator who famously kept the books for Cloud City on Bespin. Lando's sharp mind for numbers and financial strategy helped him to keep the city running smoothly and stay on top of its many debts and expenses. In many ways, I guess I'm a bit like Lando. I'm a bookkeeper and accountant. I have a sharp mind for numbers. I'm financially savvy and have financial strategies that can help any business owner grow and achieve their goals, keep on track of their debts, expenses, cash flow, management accounts, help them achieve what they want to achieve so that their businesses are running smoothly. Of course, the Empire had its own accounting departments responsible for managing the vast resources of Galactic Empire, a bit like what we'd call a HMRC. In the novel Tarkin by James Luceno, again, I'm so sorry for my pronunciation, we get a glimpse into the inner workings of the Imperial Finance Division, which oversees everything from taxation to procurement to auditing. For the Empire, accurate accounting is crucial to maintaining its power and keeping its enemies in check. It's very similar for us in business too. Having real-time, up-to-date information is crucial for business owners to make better, more informed financial decisions. But it's not just the big players who need accounting services in the Star Wars universe. Small business owners like Watto, the Toydarian drunk dealer from The Phantom Menace, also have to balance their books and keep track of their profits and losses. And let's not forget about the Jedi Order, which likely had its own accounting system to manage its finances and resources. It's just like here in the UK. Having a bookkeeper or accountant or somebody to support you in the finances of your business from the beginning is going to give you better results in the long run. It is much more costly, both financially and in time, to fix it later on. It also gives you a better chance of survival. The sooner that you have that support and you know where you're going and you have that real-time information, you can make better business decisions. And if you don't have that information and you're doing it yourself, or you're struggling along, or you're not keeping it up to date, you may make financial decisions for your business or even operational decisions for your business that are not correct at that time, which may, in the worst case scenario, lead to the business not surviving. So, back in the Star Wars universe, what can we learn from the world of Star Wars when it comes to bookkeeping and accountancy? Well, for one thing, even the most fantastical settings, financial management is a crucial part of running any organisation. I've probably ruined it for you now, but every film you're going to see as a business owner from now on, you're going to be thinking about the financial, bookkeeping and accountancy and the operational running of the business in each of these scenarios. Accurate record keeping, strategic planning and a sharp eye for detail can really mean the difference between success and ultimately the failure of your business, whether you're fighting the empire or simply just trying to make a living. And while we may not have access to the same high-tech financial tools as the characters of the Star Wars universe, we can still learn from their example by staying organised, tracking our expenses and making informed financial decisions using real-time data. What tools we do have here, though, is accounting software such as Xero or receipt capture tools such as Dext or HubDoc that can make things quick, easy and simple. If you want to know more about any particular software or you have a system or process that needs auditing, updating, improving, making more efficient, then do get in touch with me at ABCS UK, as this is something we specialise in and are truly passionate about. Now, it wouldn't be an episode of the 3Bs podcast with Stephanie without my top tip of the week. And I've tried to make them Star Wars themed, so bear with me, especially the puns. May the funds be with you. Keep a watchful eye on your cash flow and make sure you have enough funds to cover your expenses. This will help you avoid financial trouble and ensure that you have the resources you need to grow your business and achieve your goals. Use the ledger, Luke. In recognition of Luke Skywalker, using a ledger or accounting software to keep a track of your financial transactions makes things easier to prepare your tax returns at the end of the tax year. If you are VAT registered and have a turnover of £85,000 or more, then you do need to use accounting software, as legislation making tax digital means that you have to submit your VAT returns quarterly via accounting software. Do or do not, there is no try. Be proactive when it comes to managing your finances. Don't wait till the last minute to pay bills, especially your tax bill, or reconcile your bank accounts. Stay on top of your financial tasks and be diligent about keeping your records up to date at all times. If you're going to struggle to do that in your business, you don't have the time, you don't have the resources, you don't feel confident enough doing it, seek out a bookkeeper like myself at ABCS UK. We can really help you and we can take that strain and pressure away from you and provide you with real-time information. Use the force of technology. Just as the force is a powerful tool for Jedis, technology can be a powerful tool for bookkeeping and accountancy. As I said, it is a legislation if your turnover is over £85,000, but by getting used to and using software and tools which are going to help you in your business early on, or adapting technologies early on, can be really powerful and streamline your accounting processes. It will save time, it will save money on your accountancy fees at your year end. As I said, there are apps you can use. I use Xero as my accounting software. There is others available, but Xero is the one that I use in my practice. And that has an app store with hundreds of apps that you can link in depending on what type of business you have. There will be an app that links in with Xero to streamline your processes and make things easier, more streamlined and ultimately more profitable. And finally, join the dark side of tax planning. Come and join the dark side. Take advantage of tax planning strategies to minimise your tax liability. Don't be afraid to explore the dark side of tax planning to keep more of your hard-earned money. There are many deductions, allowances and credits that you may be eligible for, and I do recommend consulting with a tax professional, an accountant or a bookkeeper to see what you are eligible for, as they may be able to recommend allowances to help you keep more of your hard-earned money. Also, by taking advantage of tax planning strategies and being aware and budgeting accordingly for your tax planning, there's no surprise tax bill at the end of every year and you have money put away already saved for it, and it just takes away that stress and that pressure that you sometimes feel and a lot of business owners feel if they're not prepared for their corporation tax, self-assessment, PAYE or VAT return. One last Star Wars reference. May the Force and good bookkeeping and accountancy practices be with you. A wise friend once told me to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and this episode has pushed me really out of my comfort zone. So I'd really love to know what you think. Over the last 5 episodes, I have really varied the content I've provided and how that I've delivered that content over these podcast episodes. I'd really like to know which type of content, which way of presenting this information you find the most useful. So do let me know on social media. And that brings us to the end of another week of the 3Bs podcast with Stephanie. Thank you so much for listening. I'd really appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, rate and review this podcast wherever you are listening to it, so that I can reach more business owners and help them build better businesses. See you next week for the next episode.